Hello, hello. I cannot see the Facebook, so I do not know if we have people with us yet. I am Seisha of I2M Test Kitchen, and we are here today celebrating NeuroClastic reaching 100,000 supporters on the Facebook app. So, NeuroClassic is an autistic led 501c3, and we are a bunch of autistic and ADHD professionals, creatives, academics, activists, and allied orgs growing reach and meeting their own goals. Not really a physical headquarters, no brick and mortar store, because everyone in leadership is volunteer. Today, we are going to play some games, win some prizes, and have a good time. First, we have Kashana, who is an autistic clarinet player. She's going to come and share her gift with us. They are going to come and share their gift with us for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and play some games. Kashana, are you there? Awesome. Good to see you. I cannot hear you though.
Can you
Let's
hear me
see.
now?
There we go.
Okay.
We're
So,
on.
hello everybody. My name is Kayshana Fleming, and I am an autistic college student who is currently studying to become a exceptional educator to current and future disabled and autistic students. And I play music as a hobby and a career. Um, So I'm hoping to kind of share that a bit. I might come back and do a bit of info dumping, maybe, if that is possible. So, the piece that I will be playing is called Jupiter from the Planets by Gustav Holst, which is mainly an orchestral piece. So I will be playing that. Let me know if the audio goes in and out. So I will try my best. So that is a short little excerpt from the Gustav Holst Jupiter from the Planets, which is an amazing piece, by the way. Um, I will offer one suggestion for a piece to listen to. So I would suggest listening to Gustav Holst's um, Suite in E flat major. It's a very, very good orchestral piece. I've played it before. I've actually played it as a band piece. So I'm a huge music theory nerd. I love anything to do with music theory. So if anybody wants to talk about music theory, please come to me. Please come to me. We can talk all day, all week. I'm here for it. So,
Who was, in your opinion, the best funk musician?
oh jeez. I'm not really too familiar with jazz. It depends on the genre of music in terms of that question. If I had to guess, it would actually be somebody that I actually know. His name is Chris Crane. He is he is or was, can't really remember, was a musical mentor for me, and I met him during some internships. He's a very good guy. And
Nice.
so we still talk here and there, and he has some songs of his. You know, you can look him up on Facebook. Um, I actually played in a music camp for him, and I played a piece that I actually played for one of my solo recitals in high school. So
Nice.
I'm very invested in music. I love music. I love anything to do with music theory. So yeah.
Nice, nice. And you said you are currently in school for education. Are you doing music education or are you just doing
Um.
like education?
So just a quick little short story to my college journey. So I started out as a music education major, and I didn't have a minor, and then the music education major didn't work out for me, so I decided, let's go to creative writing, and creative writing didn't work out. So then I wound up with um, a major in K through 12 special education. I'm not going to get into that rant about the word special in regards to disability, but that is my major along with a certificate in autism studies and a music minor. So I'm technically double majoring, but I'm not because I'm getting the certificate. But I am doing a lot, and the reason why I decided to go with the certificate in autism is because I wanted to have that ability to have that certificate along with my degree to teach other educators, especially non disabled, non autistic, non neurodivergent educators, about the vast journeys and backgrounds and perspectives of those with that lived experience. Because even today, I would go and visit schools just out of my own curiosity, even though I'm not even a student teacher yet. I still went to visit these classrooms. Even in high school, I would go and visit the autism contained classrooms. And to this day, that kind of brings some painful memories because,
No, sorry.
well, no, you're good. I was just saying, when I went to visit these classrooms, they were very isolated. And so now looking into my journey and getting that degree, I want to bring change to the education system, especially in America, for those who don't live in America. And I kind of want to bring a celebration to the diverse population of autistic people, neurodivergent people, disabled people, to celebrate their differences. Like, you don't have to celebrate your differences every day, all day. I have hard days. Sometimes, I sometimes wish I was neurotypical, but I don't take my individualized journey as a autistic black woman for granted because I know this brings with its own strengths and weaknesses. Like you saw today, my strength is music theory. It's music. It's creating a story with me playing music. Making an instrument sing. That's what my neurodivergence brings me. It brings me joy because I'm able to see things differently. I'm able to feel the presence of a fluttering leaf, going through the wind or what have you. The different textures of the different soil I might step in. Just different things of that nature. And so, yeah.
I understand. How long have you been playing the clarinet?
Oh, I have been playing the clarinet for about 11 years, going on to maybe 12 years in 2024. So I've been putting a lot of years and effort. I have had times where I have had to take a break. Where I've had to stop playing clarinet. Like I didn't want to. but like my mental health was like you know bad, and so I was like, I need to take a break. And so now, because I'm getting more invested in playing different repertoire, different etudes, different orchestral excerpts, I'm looking into building back my practicing stride as a musician. And one thing I have been doing recently is bringing up the fact that there was a huge, and it sort of upsets me as a musician, as a black autistic deaf musician. I'm sitting in my band class and I'm like, where's the representation? Where's the deaf musicians? Where's the autistic musicians? Where's the different diversity within the classical music world? You know, um, and so I've been making different posts about that recently on Facebook because I'm like, I want to see more representation. I want to be the first person in a orchestral setting to conduct an orchestra while using American Sign Language. I have yet to see a band or orchestral conductor do that. I don't see that, you
That would
know.
be beautiful.
And so I'm trying to make that change as a musician because I feel like nobody else is going to make that change. And so I'm like, okay, if I'm the one who has to make that change, I'm going to do that because if nobody else is going to do it, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to put their foot through the door and say, hey, I'm here. Can we go through this? Can we, you know, get this working?
Might as well be you, right?
Exactly.
Right. So it was K Shauna, right?
hmm
Make sure I get that right. It was great to have you on. You said you might come back and play a game with us.
Yeah, I might do a little bit of info dumping because if it's anything doing music, they will come to me, please. I'm all for it. Yeah.
Everybody, that is you all's favorite baby. That's
Eh.
my youngest who is here. The baby. So yeah. So we are going to I'm gonna pull up the price is ridiculous. We called it the price is right on scene, but I'm gonna do the price is ridiculous. If you are here with us, comment. Let me see if I can pull it. Oh, I don't want that. That's too big.
Your mic is starting to cut just a little bit, Seisha.
I think that might be because I.
Oh, perfect now.
Yep. Okay, I know what it was. It's because of. Uh. So how do I do it?
To share your screen,
Not to share my screen. I want to share only
you
the
see the present
picture.
button at the button at the bottom there.
Uh. Oh. Oh. Oh, I might have it. Give me a second.
Okay.
I might have it. I might have figured it out.
And while Seisha is doing that, we have several. We have a wheel spinner, and we have all the names from several of the giveaways that are just random draw. So we will do those today live. Okay, you're in.
Yes. All right. So the price is ridiculous. We have this wonderful rainbow couch, and you in the comments should guess how much you think this couch is, and the one who's the closest without going over will win a prize. I don't have any music. I guess I could like hum or something while we wait for comments to come in. Give a guess how much you think this couch costs. I can't see any comments.
It looks like $1,000,000. It probably is $1,000,000. That looks expensive to me.
It does look
So,
expensive, especially because it doesn't have the little arm things. I feel
Yep.
like comfort
Yeah.
is less expensive,
Yeah.
right?
Seisha, on the side, you see, do you see on the right side. The comments, banners, brand, and private chat, or any.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
Yeah,
I see
hit
some.
comments and you'll see.
I do see them now.
Yeah.
13,000? Really, Tony? I don't know. That feels like I have to remember I'm cheap. That's what it is. I would I cannot fathom something costing $13,000.
I think it might be more expensive than we think. I remember we used to have a habit of looking through like fancy design catalogs, and things would easily get that expensive, and that was years ago. I don't want to say how many years ago because then you'll everybody will know exactly how old I am, but many years ago.
And can I get someone in the audience to help volunteer and Sarah, you can help too. I'm going to be really bad at this if I try to keep up with who is putting what down so that we know who had the right guesses because I'm going to lose things.
I feel like some people are putting in answers and they're going like this. $1 million.
Yeah, if you shop for couches recently, I'm seeing things like spend your whole tax return on a couch and stuff like that. So,
I love the ones that are like, "Oh yeah, you can come and spend your whole tax return
yeah,
here and we'll give you like a discount because you
yeah,
spent your entire tax return with us. Like have your tax return wired to us
yeah,
and we
there's
and we'll help you spend it."
yeah, there's a particular kind of furniture store, the living room in a bag for tax season.
Okay, so for this first giveaway, we have a shirt from NeuroClastic Shirt Store. So whoever wins this gets to choose. And now, for people who might be in a country that would make shipping far more than the product itself for us, remember we're a volunteer led nonprofit trying to support our community with their very small budget. And so, if you live in a country that would make it extremely expensive for us to ship, we will ask you if we can instead send you a gift card through PayPal or some other source so that you still win, but you know, yeah.
Okay. I think let's see. 28,000. So the price of this luxury rainbow couch on sale is 1592.99. I think I saw 13.99. Julie Lerman is the closest without going over, I believe. I was watching the comments roll in. I think that was the closest we got.
Yeah, that's the closest I see as well. So, congratulations, Julie, you win.
$1,600 couch. It doesn't even have arms. That's the part that's killing me. Cause like, how do you relax
You
on
just
that?
lay across it.
You can't. It's got too many lines. The little thing.
Well, neurotypical people lay across it.
That would absolutely drive me bonkers. Like all those little bumps and lumps. I'm fat. I'm I have fat on my body. And it's gonna go down in the little things and the seams. It's not for me.
I'd stick my arms in all of the little lines a few times and then never touch it again.
I'm wondering how comfortable it could be because it looks like
Not a chance.
it can't be. Okay, we're
My
gonna go.
child would love this because she would want to smush herself
Hmm.
between each individual thing and just see how many odd positions she can, like, twist herself into a pretzel with her head stuck down in one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do that too, but it would get old fast. It
It
would be
would not.
terrible to actually sit on it.
It would not stay clean. My children would immediately put food in the crevices. I don't know how far down those crevices go, but we'd find out. We'd find out quickly. All right, let's see. Next one. This is a chair. This is a chair, everyone. It is a chair.
That's the most uncomfortable looking thing I've ever seen in my life.
And it's not even like I was trying to find the bisexual chair to price out. I think they stopped making it though. But like this there's I don't see it ever being comfortable. I don't know the measurements on it though.
Maybe if it was giant and it held you in it like a baby, maybe it would be comfortable.
Maybe.
And for this chair guess, we are giving away one of Tiffany Hammond's A Day with No Words books. And so this is a children's picture book, and it is beautiful and amazing. And she is going to sign this book, and we will send it to you.
I'm jealous. It's a beautiful book.
I have it on pre-order. I can't wait for it to come. It
I'm
comes like
so
a week
excited
after
for it
my
to come out.
birthday.
Also, we need some volunteers from the audience to jump on the stream with us and play some games with us. And so, if you are in the audience and you would like to come on the stream and go live with us, we would very much appreciate that. And you can win some prizes that way. So,
At least it does have arms. Yes, Jennifer. There's something for you to rest your arms on. Just the two fingers in the background as a the backrest is stressful to me. Let's see.
this looks like the kind of chair that people would have in West Virginia. But it needs more like coal dust around the fingernail beds to make it, like authentic local folk goods, you
It
know.
does look like something that somebody's grandpa carved, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I could
and
imagine this being a YouTube video, somebody with a chainsaw doing it just because he can.
every porch in West Virginia had like an old man with his pocket knife whittling something. So that was, yeah.
No, this would have to specifically be a chainsaw, like a Husqvarna, one of the big ones.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I got lots of Husky power tools. I have 6 chainsaws, you all. If we're playing Two Truths and a Lie ever, and I say that, I'm telling the truth. They don't all work. I'm sure that someone could make them work, but like, I have a thing. That's the sensory feedback that my soul needs.
Like the vibration from it, or just the satisfaction of using it?
Both. Um, I also really love muscle cars, but the impact on the environment and the cost of upkeep is prohibitive. So that's got to be my second hyper masculine favorite thing to meet my sensory needs, I guess. I really love using chainsaws.
See, I'm left handed. I have dyspraxia. And so for me, the first time I used a chainsaw would probably be the last time I used a chainsaw.
Yeah, I get prohibited every time I try because I am not a graceful human, but yeah, it just makes me. I'll cut the grass with it. It's like, oh, you want me to edge beside this? I got you. Get my chainsaw out.
Now that
Dig
I
a
It
think of it,
hole.
sounds like a foot coming off. How
yeah,
can you?
Yeah, I'm so ADHD too, so it is a really bad idea, but I just love it.
We have to get you some steel boots, the whole
Yeah.
boot.
Chainmail, you know. I
Yep.
think I said that on the live yesterday.
We definitely need some cut proof gear here.
Samar says she loves this chair. I'll send you the link. Okay. Actually, Samar, I think, was the one who got closest. 749.99 is 799.99. You were $50 off.
I knew the chair was going to be unreasonable.
It's an unreasonable chair.
It's almost as much
So,
as the couch.
but they have like payment plans though, in case you ever wanted to. Oh no, wait, that's not a payment plan. That's a protection plan. My mistake. You cannot put this on layaway.
Unfortunately, nobody wins the chair. You win a book. No chairs. It doesn't matter if
Sorry.
you love the chair. I'm sorry, Samar.
I can drop the link though, I think. Am I lying? I might be lying. I closed that tab. Sorry. I'll find it again though, and I'll drop it.
Yeah, we don't have the budget for this chair.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has. Well, I won't say anybody. This is another chair. I do not know if this chair is for one person or two people.
It's probably like a wide chair for one person, is what I'm thinking. Because two people, those thumbs and fingers are going to be digging into your sides like it's the end of the world.
I think it depends on how big your derriere is.
Well,
I
then
was
I'm
going for the
safe.
average one.
I'm safe. I have no behind. I'm good. What's the giveaway? What will people win for this one?
Yeah, after this, we need to slow down so that I have time to find the things. I'm going to, we have a giveaway from, let's go ahead and do a Paris Hilton book, a signed
Okay.
book from Paris Hilton.
Dun,
So we
dun,
have,
dun.
I need to do a share screen in a little bit and show some of the giveaways that we have from Universal Fillings because we have 7 gift packages, like with multiple products in each one that are amazing and all came from other neurodivergent creators. And so, yeah, lots of cool stuff. And then we got to get that wheel out too and do some.
True. So I think I only saw one person guessing so far. Samar's giving notes on how to sit in this chair. Is that Tony?
It's Tony. Welcome, Tony.
Hey,
Dr.
Tony.
Tony.
Hello. And just Tony is fine. You don't have to say Dr. Tony.
Oh, if it were me, though, if I ever made it that far, I did not make it that far. But if I had, even my husband would have to call me like Dr. Honey or whatever, you know. My mom would have to call me doctor. Everybody.
My equivalent of that is making people use my whole name once they mess up. Like, nope, now you got to call me by my government name. Sorry. No more Seisha for you. uh, who's gotten closest? I think somebody went over. Oh, I cannot imagine. Like, what would go in a house with this chair?
Definitely an autistic person or an ADHDer. Like this would be the chair you turn around backwards and you put your, if your legs are small enough, mine are not. You put your legs one on each side of the thumbs there. Like
That could
stick
work.
them, smush them in there, get that proprioceptive feedback.
I don't even know what you would put around this. I'm guessing a lot of plants.
Yeah, I'm thinking plants. I'm thinking floor pillows. I'm thinking bold patterns.
Oh, decorative
Yep.
pillows.
Floor cushions. Nice
Hmm.
soft cushy rugs. Maybe like a Moroccan padded stool, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely for rich people
Yep.
because who has space for
Yeah.
all of the accoutrement?
Yeah.
Okay, 12, 15. Okay, I'm going to reveal the price. 15.93. So I think 1500. Summer Mingo.
Hey, Summer, welcome. Hey, cousin.
Supriya is right. This definitely is for unfolded laundry.
Mhm.
You could hook all types of stuff on those fingers.
Definitely that. I feel like that alone needs. Summer, you're getting a book autographed by Paris Hilton. So that's coming in the mail.
Okay, so you want to pause and do what are we doing? The spinny, the will.
Yes. But I need someone in the audience to volunteer for when we do the next game to help me come up with a list of everyone who had the correct answer so that I can put it in our wheel spinner. But let me screen share.
Universal Feeling says they can help.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, so this is for. Let me check and see what this is for because I forgot. Oh, this is for Tony's book. So maybe we should wait until after we have Tony introduce herself and talk a little bit about the book, and then we'll do the spinner. Sound good?
Works for me.
Yep.
Okay.
You're on, Tony.
Okay, sorry, I didn't. Someone was gonna say and go. Okay, so I am Tony Sturdivant. I work at a nonprofit, but I'm also an early childhood researcher, um, past teacher, homeschooling mama, wife, neurodivergent person, queer woman, lots of identity markers here. Um, but on my page. I talk a lot about Black children and what adults, teachers, and parents and other adults in their lives can do to support positive racial identity for Black children. Because I'm aware that anti-Black messages are pretty common in our world, in our society, and young children um, are exposed to them and they internalize them. So, what I would like is for us to decide that we're going to counter those messages so that the kids can have a chance to not only internalize negative things about Blackness. That's me.
And your book that you have donated for the giveaway.
Yeah, so the book that there's going to be 3 copies given away, and the book is called "I Like Myself: Fostering Positive Racial Identity in Young Black Children." And so I don't even know if you can. I brought one. You can see it a little bit. It's published by Red Leaf Press, and it is a book where I give. It's a literacy based book based around over 150 children's books, and activities that range from here's a song you can sing to here's this science or math exploration that you can do. And so it's over 70 activities included. And I also walk you through sort of my mindset of how I'm able to create the activities so that others could do the same thing with different identities or just keep the work going. And so I think that is a really good resource for anyone working with young children, whether there is their own children, um, or as a teacher or as a librarian or anything, anyone that has contact with children. And they don't even have to be Black children because honestly, all children are internalizing anti-Blackness. So it's about supporting the positive identity of Black children because it counters anti-Blackness, but all children need to be exposed to countering of anti-Blackness, if that makes sense. So it's a really cool book. It came about because I would talk about what people could do at conferences and things, and I was always asked, "Well, what book can I buy to help me? I want to do it," and it didn't exist. So I wrote the book, and so now it exists. So I'm super excited about it because it took I zoned, I got into nothing else matters but this book mode to get this done. So there were lots of needs that were neglected unintentionally because I was so passionate about getting this book done. So um yeah, I'm just happy that it's out and available.
How long did it take you to write it?
Um, so that's kind of tough because it started off in a journal where I was just writing down different activities as they occurred to me because I needed to get them down before I forgot them. And then, like, the first iteration of the book maybe took, like, in book form, maybe took about 2 weeks. And I self published that one. And then the publisher reached out to me, so I retired my self published version and then started working with the publisher. So that process, it just takes longer because you send it to them, they give you feedback, and you send it back. And so I really don't remember how long it was several months. But I do know that however long it took, I got it in earlier than what they expected because again, just zoned into getting this done.
Well, it's
And
hyper
so
focus.
yes, definitely hyper focused to get it done. Um, but which is good that somebody else was looking at it so they could catch all the errors and stuff that comes from doing a lot of work in such a short period of time.
Behind the mask, no. Test Kitchen is me. Tony is Tony.
Yes. Yeah,
I
my page
dropped her
is
I
Tony.
dropped her Facebook page, which is Tony Sturdivant PhD, and I also dropped her website, which is
Tony.
tonyphd.com.
Yep.
Both of those are in the comments. I will drop them again.
And if you're just interested in like this topic, I have links to all of my publications, including like scholarly articles and things on my website. So lots of reading there and some podcast talks that I've done. So lots of stuff there.
Yeah. Did I drop them again? Did I drop them? Okay. I dropped the links again. So you should see them. And Kay Shauna says they want to connect with you, Tony.
Okay.
Did you miss, you weren't here, but I don't know if you were in the
I was in the
group.
audience and that was
Okay.
beautiful. And I played clarinet, but not nowhere near as good. I did not practice very much, but I was in band for a while.
I played the flute all through like middle school and high school,
Hmm.
and the fingering is the same. My cousin played clarinet, and I borrowed her clarinet
Huh.
and played it. The fingering is the same.
I did
I
not know.
don't remember how to do it now. It's been probably a good decade.
Sarah, you're a musician too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a classically trained opera singer, actually.
Oh, my mommy
Yeah.
playing opera.
I don't know how good I am at it, but I have a lot of fun. So,
See, where I grew up, we had like improvised instruments like the jug,
yep.
a lot of homemade instruments, and everybody had a guitar, but it wasn't called a guitar, it was called a guitar. So, yeah, it's great too. I really had no idea what a clarinet or a trombone or anything even looked like until I was an adult because we just didn't have.
I'm like inspired to go to Amazon and buy a new flute. I've been thinking about it for like months.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
We have a
I,
game
yeah.
with Tony. You have two truths and a lie, right?
I do.
Ooh, let me pull up so I can get them in the comments. Give me a sec. Okay, two truths and a lie. Go for it.
All right. So the first one is I was named after Toni Morrison. The second, Toni Morrison is my favorite author. And the third, I went by my middle name in school until a teacher insisted on calling me Tony.
Oh,
So, if you want to win a signed copy of Tony's book, I Like Me, then guess which one is the truth. I mean, guess which one of those three is a lie. The first one, I was named after Toni Morrison. The second one, Toni Morrison is your favorite author. And the third one, you went by your middle name until a teacher refused to call you by your middle name. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Shauna, if you are still in the audience, I know you asked or you said that people could ping you. Can you send me your page and I'll put it in the comments, please?
I see them. They're still there.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh,
I think
okay,
there's
okay.
a vote for all of them now.
Let me see.
Wait, can I
Never
enter?
mind. You don't have to send it, Shauna. I saw you in the comments and I am going to copy paste. This is
May I enter?
Shauna's
Can I
page.
enter?
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
Thank
Why
you.
not?
I want to win this one. I do.
I don't have enough information to answer because I need to know if like the middle name was cooler than Tony. If the middle name was cooler than Tony, then I could believe, that that she went by the middle name. But I need more information. Therefore, I'm going to abstain.
I like looking at the explanations for why people are choosing what they're choosing.
I mean, sometimes teachers be like that.
Oh, these are all pretty plausible ones.
So y'all let me know when I should reveal.
I feel like everybody. Okay, audience, you have 15 seconds to enter if you haven't chosen one yet. You have 15 seconds. And universal feelings, hopefully, when Tony reveals the lie, you can help me find the names of everyone who got it correct so we can put them on the spinner. All right, that's time.
Okay, so my middle name is Denise, just FYI. And so there is a segment of people that know me by Denise, because that's what I went by because I was teased because my name was Tony. But my third grade teacher refused to call me Denise, and she only called me Tony. And so then I just went with it. Um, Toni Morrison is my favorite author. I was not named after Toni Morrison. I was named after some girl that my mom met who she just felt like she was super beautiful. So she named me Tony, because her name was Tony. And her name was probably Antoinette, but my name is just Tony.
That is so cool. One of my, I think like my second or first grade teacher loved my government name and named her child after me and spelled it differently. And I met this child because she works at like Applebee's or something. And she was our waitress one day. And I was like, oh my God, that's my name.
So far I see 3 people got that correct, but there might be more.
I see Celtic Neurodivergent, Kim
Uh-huh.
Williams, Renee Batts Hunter.
Nice. So we have 3 or 4. So why did your teacher refuse? Was it like you should own your name kind of thing, or
Well, that teacher was also just really mean. I honestly think that it was just because I wanted her to call me Denise, and that was just because there was no real explanation for it, and it's not uncommon for people to go by their middle name. So I really don't know why that was an
what
issue
a
for her.
jerk? The false one, Universal Feelings, was number 1.
Yes,
So she was not named after Toni Morrison.
I was not, but I love Toni Morrison so much that people often think that I must have been named after her, but I was not.
Well, it's a good person to share a namesake with, for sure.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you could always lie. No one's going to check you on it.
So we're going to use our will. These are the names of the people who entered to win a copy of your signed book. Let me see if I can get that name off the screen. I don't know where it is. I know what to do. I'll just click a random thing and then unclick. There we go. Okay, so go into the wheel and I'm going to spin it now and we'll see who wins.
Hannah K.
Hannah K. So, Hannah, if you're out there, you win, and we will contact you to get your shipping information. And for anyone else who's won, we will contact you and get your shipping information, or you can just message our page. And you will probably hear from Lalo, who was with us yesterday and will be with us tomorrow, who typically does a way better job at responding to things than I do. Sarah does that too. Okay, well,
Acorn.
thank you so much. And we will do the, once Universal Feelings sends me those names, I will put them in the spinner and we'll do a second drawing to see who wins another copy of your book. And then we still have one more. So we will come up with a fun way. Oh, we got the names right here. And copy these. I can't copy. So Julie, Kim, Celtic, and Renee. I'm going to do it right now.
Tony, where'd you get your PhD?
From the University of Texas at San Antonio.
Nice. Are you from Texas or did you just go down there?
I am from Texas.
I am
And
so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. I don't think I would be here if I wasn't from here. I'll just say that.
One of
Okay,
my besties is down there. A few of my besties are down there. And they're always like, come. And I'm like, that's not happening. I love y'all, but
are we ready to spin for the second winner?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is hot in San Antonio.
There you go, Celtic Neurodivergent. You win.
Woo,
Congratulations.
woo.
Samar, who likes funny shaped chairs, is in Texas also. Says they would love to meet up with people in Texas. Texas is so big.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think like it's not like Maine where everyone lives like a rock's throw away from each other. Like you could literally drive for years and not leave Texas.
Congrats.
I'm in Detroit. It's pretty big in Michigan, but it's not Texas big.
I'm in Gary. I'm nearish.
So where's the NeuroClastic meetup going to be? Texas for the weather.
Right here on the internet. I'm like Bigfoot. Like it is, you are going to see Bigfoot in public a lot more than you're going to see appearances of me. Because I love y'all, but I don't want to be in the same room with any of you. It's not personal. I just don't like being in the vicinity of humans. Except, my child's pretty cool.
One day I'm gonna go out and meet people. One day. Not today. Probably not tomorrow neither, but one. Why y'all so
And
close up on that TV?
do you want to do the third giveaway right now for the last book with a different game? And also, who in the audience wants to come on and be a guest on our live stream? Because we need.
Somebody just said they wanted to. They were God dang it.
Okay, I see Allison Bush.
Because what games do you want to? What games do we have that you are ready to play, Seisha?
Acorn with Whiskers says they want to come on.
Okay,
I
so we've got
That's the
Acorn,
one.
yeah.
And I don't that was the only one that I saw. I had to scroll back up for that one.
I see Allison Bush.
We have some trivia. We can do some more one-upsmanship. We did that yesterday. I personally like that one because my brain thinks that way, ridiculous level hubris. Um,
I'll play Instigator if we play One Upsman. I'm good for starting trouble. We do have trivia still. We also have Mad Libs.
no, we don't.
We don't have Mad Libs. I thought you sent me Mad Libs.
Did I send you Mad Libs?
Maybe you didn't. Maybe I'm making that up.
I sent you trivia questions.
That's true. That's
And
okay.
while you're doing the next thing, I'll get those Mad Libs that I made earlier and pull them up
So
so
are we
that we
doing
have
info dump
some.
wars?
Oh, yeah, we also have Info Dump Wars.
Because I see Samar and Kaishana both
Want to do
want to
info dump?
participate. Yep.
Yep. If they're both ready, we could do that.
Yeah, send some people on.
Samar and Keshana, if you guys want to do your info dumps.
And we have some more spinner giveaways today, too. We have the sauce straps, which was our most popular giveaway. Everyone needs ear protection, apparently. And we have the thing that I am just. I didn't know jealousy was really that much in my emotional range. But, like, whoever is getting this Skoden hat, I'm already jealous of you, you know, presciently. Looking to the future, I already feel jealousy because that just is amazing. But that is a hat that has been beaded, or you get to choose the custom design and colors that will be beaded by Slaughterhawk. And
Oh, that's what those are.
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah,
Those
Skoden
are
is
cute.
native slang. It's like let's go then, but yeah,
Got it. Got
it's
it.
my battle cry.
The ear cuff thingies, I need to contact the maker because I want a particular type, and I keep forgetting to do that.
I couldn't believe that I hadn't already seen those because they're amazing. But what an excellent idea, and then has a variety for people who don't have pierced ears too. So
I wanted some of those because I am actually terrified to wear earrings. I have holes in my ears, but I also have a baby
I remember that. Yeah.
and an aunt who has both ripped earlobes.
Yep.
that happened to me one time.
And it shall not happen to me.
Andy is here.
Hey, Andy.
We have Kaishana back. Kaishana, sorry.
Is that snow or hail? Oh,
I hear it.
we've got hail. I don't know why. It's April. It's almost May.
Yeah.
Kaishana again. Welcome back. And then wait, who else?
Andy. Andy is Acorn with whiskers, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Then we've got them. We're gonna do info dump.
So, do you want a prompt for an info dump, or do you want to choose your own info dump?
I thought they would choose their own info dump.
Well, we had two versions. We had the one where we give people a prompt and they can info dump. Both people info dump on the same prompt, and they can totally make everything up if they don't have prior knowledge of the topic. So, up to you all. Okay. Okay, Shauna is going to choose one. Sure, that's fine.
Oh man, my mind is already like racing with a bunch of facts that I can like think off the top of my head. So is it okay to start?
Yep, you
Go
get
for it.
60 seconds.
Oh jeez, that's what, a minute.
A
Yep, get
minute.
as much out as you can.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. Retrograde inversion. So retrograde inversion is where you take the melody in a specific piece and you turn it upside down and backwards. So this is reflected in a lot of um, romantic and is it revolutionary? No. Um, it's where you have Beethoven and Mozart and a lot of those composers would use that in the sense of like just making new pieces work and making new pieces different. I'm not sure if Beethoven and Mozart used this, but there is a composer that did use it, and his works were very originated because he used retrograde inversion. So retrograde inversion also can reflect literacy as well. So if someone is able to use is able to read text upside down and backwards. They're performing a version of retrograde inversion, although it's not in the context of musicality, it's in the context of literacy. And so, again, that's what I can come up with. And there are also prime, what is it, prime something? It's where you have, it's a, it's a it's a pitch set, and so it's based off of integers. And integers are math related, but they can also be music theory related. And you match up the pitch with an integer, so you get, so like you have the notes C, E, G. That's the root, the base root, and the fifth of the scale. So it's basically 1 through 5, and so that's a pitch set based off the integers. And so, like, say you have like C1 in, I guess, E4, and you take those, you add how many how many intervals are in that pitch set in total, and you can get a variety of different pitches based off of whichever scale you chose. So no, this is not just made up. It's really just like information I'm trying to get out of my head. So, but if anyone wants location on retrograde inversion, I can clarify it in a more simplistic way if anyone wants to learn about it further.
That was amazing.
I try, I really do.
Andy, you have an info dump prepared or ready to go?
Uh, yes. Can you hear me okay?
Sounds great.
Okay. I have two short things if that's okay. Um, first is kind of, I guess, a cross between an info dump and showing off a skill, I guess. Um, I I wanna recite some digits of pi. I know some people don't like numbers, so I hope that's okay. Um, pi is my favorite irrational number. Okay. 3 point. Okay, I need a deep breath first. 3.14159265358979932510559230789164062867899628034825342117062809. I think that's 100. Okay. Um, catching my breath for a sec. All right. Um, then I want to talk about solving Rubik's cubes. Um, there's a bunch of different methods for solving, but my preferred method, which I know the most about, um is the I think it's called the CFOP method. I'm forgetting it now, but it's where you solve the bottom layer and then the middle layer and then the top layer. The first thing that you do is you solve a cross on the bottom. And if I talk while I'm doing it, I'm just going to tangle my brain. So I'm just going to talk and then solve it afterwards. And so the first thing you do is you solve a cross on the bottom, and then you move all of the corners into place on the bottom layer, and then you move the middle edges down to their positions. And the last two steps are to get everything on the other side the right color, and then to get everything arranged correctly. And I like these because it involves getting to just spin stuff a lot really fast. And I feel like what I have said here did not turn out as well as I would have liked for it to, but I'm trying to be okay with that. Thanks for letting me come on this stream. I'm having a fun time.
That was amazing. And I also can't wait to see you solve this Rubik Cube.
Okay, next person is welcome to to go ahead while I solve, and then I can show on the screen.
Ooh, exciting.
Or people can just sit here and watch me solve it if you want it. I can generally get it in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Please show us. Yeah, we totally want to watch. Oh my gosh. Yay.
Yay, that was awesome.
Well done. Thank you.
That was so fast.
It was so fast. I was going to follow along, but it was too fast for me, literally.
My method for solving Rubik's Cubes was just taking the stickers off when I was like 7.
The ones that we have, the stickers don't come off.
So you
They
can't
come apart
cheat.
though.
That's true. It's a
It's
lot
true.
more work.
If you drop it and it hits a corner, it'll cascade into pieces. Ask me how I know. And then you can just put it back together.
This sounds like parenting.
Life hack.
One of my favorite parts of this was David's face during the pie. Just that look of like autistic wonder, like, yeah, go ahead and do it. So, welcome, Allison, David. Allison, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, not much to introduce. I'm kind of new to all of these circles. Like I said in the chat, I was supposed to do the 2 truths and a lie yesterday, and if anyone remembers from the chat, I mentioned how I was stuck on the couch for a few hours. I messed up my neck or something, and then I made the dumb mistake of trying to get up off the couch myself when my boyfriend wasn't here, and I made it a lot worse and ended up having to go to the ER, and I'm still mostly stuck in bed today. I missed the beginning of this live stream because I was in a Valium and prednisone induced nap for most of the day, but so if I look like I'm uncomfortable, it's probably because I am, but I'm gonna do my best with this, and I think the Valium is mostly worn off, so I can think clearly for this game. But yeah, I'm recently, or as of a few years ago, I should say, I'm about 27. I learned I was ADHD at 22, and just maybe in the last year or so, realized that I'm autistic and possibly dyslexic. So I found Tara's page and a bunch of other pages for neurodivergence, and I love it here. So I wanted to come join the fun.
Welcome. So you have 2 truths and a lie for us today?
Oh, is that what I'm doing? I thought I think it was Samara in the chat. We were gonna do the upsmanship, but
Oh, that is
I'm fine
even
with either.
better. I prefer one-upsmanship.
I think
David,
I'd
do
be really
you?
good at it. I can usually think on my feet. So like I said, I'm hoping the Valium is mostly worn off and I can, think clearly. But I'll do my best.
David, do you want to play one-upsmanship?
I have no idea what we're talking about.
This makes it even better. So, one-upsmanship is a game where you will get a prompt, and you get to the first person says responds to the prompt. Like, do you like spicy food? Is an example that we put on the page, and the first person says, "Sure, I put hot sauce in my ramen." And then the next person goes the next step up and one ups them and might say, I put hot sauce in my soda. And so you keep taking turns and one upping each other until somebody is at, like, people have to have an ambulance on standby when they eat my chili and things like that. And so that is one upsmanship. So the winner is the person who just first taps out and says, I can't one up that. I can't do better than that."
Okay.
I love this game so much.
It gets outrageous. I don't know what the
Okay,
prompts are. I don't have prompts.
I got you. The prompt is, do you ever lose your focus?
Okay.
So are we starting, or who should start?
Oh, pick a
I'll
number
pick.
1 to
Yeah.
10.
7.
David?
5.
Number is 4. So, David, you go first.
Okay, yeah. I lose my focus. I rarely know what day of the week it is.
Oh yeah, I get that. I lose my focus all the time. I don't think I would eat most days if I didn't have my alarm clocks to remind me.
I lose my focus, and I would probably lose my head if it wasn't attached to me.
Yeah, I can relate to that as well. Most of my report cards as a kid said, pleasure to have in class, but talks too much and needs to stay in her seat.
I can relate to that. Um, I don't actually remember what my school looked like.
Yeah, it's funny. I think I remember my elementary and middle school the most, but high school was most of a blur, and I couldn't even tell you the years that I was in college, to be honest with you. It wasn't that long ago, but it's a complete blur now.
I can relate to that. I can't remember my name.
I've definitely done that before. There's a lot of people in my work who have very similar names. Like there's no other Allison, but there's a lot of like ALI, ALE, AL names, and I actually called myself Alexia once, and I'm like, nope, that's not me. That's someone else.
That would be a big problem for me because I can't actually remember what order the alphabet goes in.
Yes, I usually have to sing the alphabet to remember what it is. Sometimes I even have to write it out on paper.
I can't think of one. I can't think of
Those were amazing.
I've been laughing the entire time.
Calling
So,
yourself someone
Allison,
else's name.
you win.
Yay!
And we have to determine now what you actually did just win because, after we get an hour into the stream, it's just madcap after
We all
that.
have
So,
tardigrade.
It all ties into the last prompt. We just it's
Oh,
it's
I could have
pretty
killed
pretty
it that
rough
last
having a bunch of
prompt.
neurodivergents trying to stay focused on a live stream.
well, we have an amazing giveaway coming up. Let's put a pin in your prize because you are definitely getting a prize.
Yay!
We needed to say what that was first. But David has a prize for a giveaway, and all you have to do to win is to just say in the comments you want this. So, David, tell us a little bit about what you have to give away.
It's a signed copy of my book, Unusual Medicine: Essays on Autistic Identity and Drug Addiction. I wrote it because anyone who's followed my work over the last few years, uh, I'm a recovering addict myself. In fact, this month I turned 7 years sober, which is
Congratulations.
kind of nice that I published this month
Yay!
as well. And this book sort of just collects some of my essays around my own experiences as a autistic ADHD and schizophrenic addict, my journey into recovery. It also explores some of my professional experience as well, working with other neurodivergent addicts.
I'm also a recovering addict. In June, I will have reached a decade.
Oh wow, that's
That's
fantastic!
awesome.
Yeah,
So
well,
you're speaking my language right here,
this is why I wrote this, because there are so many of us in the autistic
right?
community, but no one seems to acknowledge we exist. Um, and Tara probably remembers when I first appeared online, because believe it or not, I actually was chief operating officer of NeuroClastic for a while,
Awesome.
and I was there when it became NeuroClastic, and uh, I. I've always been writing about sort of autistic experiences of drug addiction and alcohol addiction and other forms of addiction, and it's just sort of developed over the years. And now I've realised that actually, if I want to help autistic addicts, there's a lot more work than simply making sure services treat us okay. You've got to consider all the intersectionality. You can't get deal with the issue of addiction without dealing with all of society's other issues.
Right.
You,
I had a conversation like that with one of the people on my page. A lot of us aren't able to beat addiction because the underlying causes that drove us to trigger our addiction are never addressed. We're always pushed aside and told that it doesn't really matter, just toughen up and just ignored what actually brought us to that point.
yeah, yeah, but yeah. So as a giveaway, I'm giving away a signed copy of my book, and
I love that.
to please people, because people seem to like this, it's extra large font with double spacing for ease of reading.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is dope.
So, if you are neurodivergent and you have struggled with addiction, you are almost guaranteed to not be diagnosed with neurodivergence because that is all your practitioners are going to see. And they're going to assume that everything that they see that is actually autistic and or ADHD and or something else that's neurodivergence is just a byproduct of having addiction. And so they are not seeing that you have self-medicated because you've had zero supports built into society. And this gets even more dangerous for people from cultures and regions. There are entire regions where I grew up. It has the highest addiction rate in the entire United States by a very large margin. And you see, as time goes on, you see so many people because the poverty is so extreme. You see so many people walking around with sores or just lying on the steps of an abandoned building, and it's extremely sad. But there's so much, and we've lost a lot of people that we love. So this is super important, and it's very important to NeuroClastic. And we have a lot of people who have said in the comments that they badly want this book. And I want to say, David, you are giving away one copy, signed copy. Can we buy 4 more
Yes,
so that we can give away 5 of these books? So we will buy
absolutely.
4 of these from you. And everyone who wants a copy, we will give away 3 during this stream. And then we will do 2 more on the page as a separate thing. And another thing, if you are autistic, if you have OCD, or if you have ADHD, you autistic people are less likely to try substances that are addictive. But if they do try, they are far more likely to become addicted. And that those parts of the brain that are that like sameness and chase memories and look for the experiences again are overactive for us, right? And so of course we experience that relief. It's like stimming almost, you know, you're looking for that thing that calmed your nervous system for a minute, that made you feel like you weren't suffering as much. And so,
For me,
yeah.
it helped me put my thoughts into order in a way that I could easily express to people. And while it didn't slow me down, it brought everything into a certain type of clarity.
So,
Sorry.
do we have universal feelings? Can you give us a list? Can you send it to me? Or put it in the chat of everyone who expressed that they wanted this, and we will use the wheel and choose 3 people to give away David's book, and then we'll do 2 more on the page itself. Yeah.
I dropped the link. I went to David's website and I dropped the link for the Amazon in the UK and the US in the chat.
Yeah, if you're in the UK, you get a signed copy. If you're in the US, you get a copy. Because the shipping is going to be a whole lot if we ship them from the UK. We'll look and see how much shipping is on that.
If I win, I'll make him sign me a letter. I'll paste it in there. It's fine.
You good with that, David? You can send people in the United States who win a letter.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll send an envelope. I'll send a stamp.
I'm happy to. But yeah, no, it's. I'm glad the book got published this month. You know, on the month of my 7-year anniversary, it was good. And it's been a wild journey actually from starting a little blog called Emergent Divergence, which, by the way, going back to what you were saying, Tara, Emergent Divergence, my blog and my Facebook page, the name is an inside joke with myself about the fact that professionals acted like my neurodivergence just emerged out of nowhere as I got sober, when it had been there the whole time. And yeah, so yeah, I really hope this book, you know, speaks to people, and I hope it helps some people, because, you know, more than anything, I just want to be the person I needed 10 years ago.
I feel like that's so much of the work we do in advocacy is being the person that we all needed ourselves and making sure that the next generations have that person.
But I am going to have to run because I actually left a work meeting thing to come and jump on this. So
well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing along, and we will let you know where to send the books.
Yeah, let me know.
Thank you, David. Always good to hang out with you again.
Yeah.
Nice
Take care,
to meet
everyone.
you.
Bye.
You know, one thing people don't talk about enough, and since Allison's also feeling lousy, I'm going to bring it up. For years, the problem that I had with substances is that from an early age, they were prescribed to me because of ongoing EDS and health problems that weren't diagnosed. So I think the first time I was prescribed an opiate, I want to say I was 11 or 12, and that was for lung disease. So that's something that people don't talk about enough. And I know that, you know, I don't technically have like a substance use disorder because it's, you know, it's for legit reasons. But then when they first start prescribing that to you, they don't know what's wrong with you. All they know is the symptoms, you know, because I wasn't diagnosed with that until I was 36. And as a middle-aged autistic person, as somebody assigned female at birth, we have a lot of trouble getting diagnosed at all. So my diagnoses were never autism. It was auditory processing disorder and tic disorders and other disinhibition disorders, So, and when you're not, good, when something, I was the pleasure to have in class type, absolutely, but can't stop talking. So how do they make the talking stop? How do they make, because again, I had a pretty significant tic disorder. I had to, a teacher turned me in and I had to be evaluated before I could continue to attend school because the teacher was so concerned about the amount of tics that I had. Um, I had to go through, get the EEG and all that to make sure that there wasn't something else going on neurologically. So, people don't think about that very much, but, if you're assigned female or a woman and you're a certain age, then that's not the diagnosis that you get. And so they're going to put you on substances to make you quiet, and and the complaining about aches and pains and things like that, you're called, like, I mean, how many people here were considered in school, you didn't participate properly in gym, yeah. Right, and they would go, well, it's because you're lazy or because you don't like to get off your butt. I think all of us have had those experiences, with teachers, and oh, the only bad grade I would get was in gym. So, and what would they do is, if you complained of pain and things like that, or you complained of not being able to concentrate in class, you got put on some sort of substance pretty quickly. So, though I was medicating real legit pain and real legit health problems, it's still something you struggle with because they'll leave you on it for a couple of years and then one day take you off of it like nothing. So that's also, yeah, and I think that's a lot of our experience too. That's really hard to deal with.
And
Allison,
either way, you have to deal with the withdrawals, whether you're an addict or not.
Yep.
Yeah. If I can jump in there, I guess I consider myself kind of lucky in the sense that I had a known, diagnosed, like physically visible problem as a, I guess, juvenile into adolescence. Like I have moderate to severe scoliosis,
Yep.
and it actually didn't get diagnosed until 9, but based on how progressed it was, I realistically had it since I was like 6 or 7, which is pretty rare for a young child who wasn't born with it. But so by like middle school, I was full blown diagnosed with a back brace. So I was, again, lucky in the sense that I had a good reason, quote unquote, to not participate in
Yep.
gym or not participate in certain things, because you can clearly see I'm wearing this
Yep.
brace. And ironically, when I went to the hospital last night, they did the normal X-rays. I basically just went to get some pain meds because I knew there really
Yep.
wasn't much they could do for me. I'm just like, this ibuprofen's literally
Yep.
not touching
Yeah.
it. So I had to get something. And they did the normal X-ray just to check me out, see all that. And I actually found out that I now have scoliosis in my cervical spine as well, instead of just my lumbar and thoracic, which is what I've always had. So it's kind of given me a little insight into why I've recently been having
Yep.
a lot of severe like neck and shoulder pain. But I'm also finding out through physical therapy that I have so many really awful trigger points throughout my body. So I'm trying to get into a like pain management specialist. There's actually one in my area that is for spine and pain management, which is checking both boxes for me, which would be great. I'm hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get there. But I guess I also consider myself lucky and not lucky at the same time that
Yep.
they never did prescribe any type of opiates, narcotics, or anything to me as a child. Because in some ways it would have been nice to have like some type of relief from the pain that I was experiencing. But who knows, where would that have left me if they just, like you said, left
Yeah.
me on that for years
Yep.
and years, and now I'm the shell of who I used to be, and then there's no support, and I'm just thought of as some junkie or something, right? And
Yep.
that's the sad reality for a lot of people. Like I think I never even met him. I think it's my dad's cousin, military, classic story. He was in the military,
Yep.
got injured, got addicted to all these painkillers, and
Yep.
then he had to start doing illegal things to
Yep.
continue getting those meds. And unfortunately, we haven't seen him in a really long time. So, and I hope he's doing better now, but it's just
Yeah,
sad.
that's real.
That's way too common of a story. And not just the military, like anybody. like all these people get just left in the dust because their doctors decide, well,
Yep.
you've
Oh,
been on it for 10 years, you're done.
my own
Yep.
story that just recently kind of got answers to. I've been in pain every single day since I was about 17. It's all been centered on the back. So my youth at the time, doctor's like, "Oh, you're fine. You just need to be a little more active."
Yep.
Then I gained a lot of weight
Yep.
due to stress and whatnot. So then it became, "Well, you're just too fat. You need to change your diet and exercise." So over 20 years, I've been asking every doctor I've seen, "Hey, I have this back issue." 20 years, and finally we got an X-ray.
Just an X-ray.
I have extra curvature at the end of my spine, and the L4 and L4, L5, and the vertebrae, or the tailbone, are all curved up together and grinding each other. My tailbone basically still sticks straight out.
Yeah, I know.
And while I wasn't put on any opiates or anything because everybody ignored me, I just can't help but wonder how much later this could have occurred if somebody had listened earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's funny that you bring up sorry to cut you off there, Sarah. I just wanted to bring up the whole like the weight stigma in healthcare, because another reason I guess I consider myself lucky is I've always been very petite, and none of my issues have ever been blamed on my weight. And I follow a lot of just blogs, pages. I love this podcast called Maintenance Phase, and one of the women on there is I want to say she said she was about 300 to 350 pounds, and she's just always been a fat child, fat adult, and so many of her issues have just been brushed off on her weight, and they just don't take it seriously. And she's like, realistically, I'm never going to lose that weight. That's just who I am. Like I've literally naturally been fat since a child, but it's short of getting a really difficult surgery, like the weight loss surgery, which she doesn't even want to do. She shouldn't have to.
Right.
It's like she'll never be taken seriously in many ways, and it's sad.
Hello, guys. I just want to quickly jump on here to add to the discussion before we move on to other things. I personally haven't had any like extreme run-ins with doctors telling me things, but I have been told, oh, it's just stress, oh, it's just, other things, instead of digging deeper beyond just the surface level, because I have, not, to tell everybody my business, but like I've noticed things with my skin, and, like my skin obviously is a different color. And so, obviously my skin is going to look different to others. And so when I have issues on my skin and I bring it up, I get told, oh, it's just acne, oh, it's just this, when I go to see other specialists, and then I don't get the answers I'm looking for. And it's like, I basically wasted my time coming to this specialist asking for specific advice, and I'm being told it's this and that, instead of the medical field looking into different ways of how skin can be affected by certain things, like how people get rashes and whatever else on their skin. There needs to be more diverse and specific, like avenues of discussion when it comes to skin color, when it comes to, pain management, what have you. Everybody experiences things differently, and that cannot be denied. So I just wanted to jump on here and say that quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. Medical racism is a serious problem.
So, which one? What are we giving away now? What are we spinning for?
We now have 3 copies to give away of David's book, and we'll do 2 more from the page. And so, are we ready for me to spin?
Yes.
Okay. First winner is Winona. Congratulations.
Yay.
Happy to have you at NeuroClastic, part of our community. Got some cool swag yesterday too. And second winner is Universal Feelings. Congratulations.
Yay.
And one more. Lisa.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations, y'all.
And then, Seisha, when you are ready, I will queue up as well the sauce straps and the Skoden hat. So we still have those two names to spin for today, too.
Ooh. Wait. So we're doing. And you said we have books too. One book. I Will Die on This Hill.
Yes, we still need to give away I Will Die on This Hill, which
Oh, I
is
hope I
written
win one of those
by
too.
Jules Edwards. She is a native
She's autistic typing, isn't she?
autistic typing. She's a native parent and giant list of professional qualifications too. And Megan Ashburn, who is not an autism mom on social media. And they co wrote this book with contributing chapters from other advocates too. And so it has a lot of representation. And it's great for parents and educators and people who are kind of new to neurodiversity, but it's great for everyone. And there are so many moving stories and important things in that book.
Okay. I am going to. It's not going to do right. Watch. It did do. Why?
I know that feeling.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's there. There we go. So this one is for. Do you want to do this for the sauce straps? For the sauce straps. How many sauce straps are we
Oh
doing?
no, I have the wheel for the saw straps
The what?
because that
Oh,
the spinny wheel. So
got it.
this will be for Jules Edwards' book and Megan Ashburn's book. I Will Die on This Hill.
Okay. So
And this is
price.
a signed book as well. We have 3 of them, so we can do one right now.
Okay. Price without going over. Let's see.
What is this?
This is a chair. It's a chair.
Oh, that's bougie as heck. I'm gonna go 1900.
I could just see a child falling through that hole. That is just
Right?
the best thing.
Yeah, how big is this chair? Like, it looks so small on the screen, obviously, but I'm sure it's like, I'm assuming it's adult sized.
I believe it is adult size. I don't know if it was on Wayfair or not,
It
This
but
looks
I
like
like
think
a
a weird individual ear muff.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking, yeah.
to me it looks like the seats that they give women or people, any person who has just given birth
Oh yeah, birthing
and
stool.
has
yes.
or
Have the donut
hemorrhoids.
pillow, yeah, the donut pillow.
Yeah,
Maybe
and the
hemorrhoids or something
hemorrhoids
too, yeah.
chair.
I'm just looking at that thing and it's giving me back pain, so.
Yeah.
Same. It's not only giving me back pain, it's giving me leg pain just trying to put all my weight back up to get out.
Yeah, I would definitely get stuck in that thing immediately.
It's the one-upmanship game. My leg went numb just thinking about it.
Yep.
My hip dislocated when I stared at it too hard.
Yeah, I'd probably get stuck in the hole.
Yeah.
Like, depending on how big that thing is, I'd just sink right into it.
I would
Yeah,
have to
and
roll
that's just not a
sideways.
sexy thing to come into. Your partner is just
Yeah.
like hands and feet in the air screaming.
Help, I'm stuck in Satan's toilet.
This is definitely like it feels like a tilt-a-whirl. tilt-a-whirl chair. I
Yeah, I was
feel
wondering
like
if
it
it
should
looks fun.
move. It
Like
should move.
it would look fun for like stimming. I could see like if I could get out of it, I could see myself like having fun like spinning around in it like a tilt a
Mhm.
whirl. But
I'd hurt myself
yeah,
on it.
I definitely would hurt
Definitely.
myself.
No
I feel
chance I
like
wouldn't crawl in a complete circle and fall off it.
I feel like to get out of it, I would have to plank, and then just
Mhm.
and then just roll sideways and
Yeah.
fall into the floor.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I
Alternatively,
had to get out of bed this morning. I'm like, all right, stiff as I can be, and just roll and hope for the best.
I feel like even a cat would have difficulty navigating getting out of that chair.
They just climb up it with their claws. The chair'd
Yeah.
be ruined. This is not
Yeah,
for
but I
people
feel like
cat.
when they get in that center part, they're going to be trying to twist around and try to figure out which way to go.
Yeah.
Like it's a hamster wheel or something. They're just like stuck in it trying to get out.
Yeah.
I have
This
a
is what
very
I thought.
I have a
The
very
loop
doofy
earplug.
100-pound German Shepherd who would definitely do some interesting things to try to get out of that. So he'd be like, I could just see his little face trying to be like, Mom, help me, I'm stuck.
so the price for this chair is $489 on sale.
Oh, I
Somebody
went
said
way
$450.
over.
Yeah, that's a lot more reasonable than I thought.
Same.
Supriya was $450. So without going over.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
you win! Yay!
I
All
love
right,
it's
you want to
10% off.
do one more for one more book from Jules and Megan Ashburn?
I feel like I'm stuck homesick from school when I was a kid and I'm just watching The Price is Right.
Dun, 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 dun. This is a shirt. The shirt is for sale.
Why?
That shirt
I
is
don't
nuts.
know why. I have no clue. It makes my brain hurt and it
Like,
actually
denim,
saddens me.
other than jeans, was not meant for right next to the skin.
No.
It
This
was
is
made for jackets and for heavy duty things.
this was for the early aughts when people were taking old jeans and making them into skirts, and then they made the skirt into a shirt. Like there was no reason. There is no logical
No
reason
reason.
to
I
do
don't
this.
usually speak ill of Britney, but I blame her.
Yeah, it's got the Britney and Justin vibes. Yeah.
Like the jean skirt over the flare jean pants.
Yep.
Why?
Some of us were there. Some of us participated.
I don't. Yeah, I think I was a little too young for that trend. But my
I was
my
too
most
old.
embarrassing early 2000s fashion trend was
Oh
definitely
no, I was
gauchos.
the age.
It was high school. I was just right.
I'm gonna go 87.63.
You have to do the pinky because why that price?
Why
is
that
like-
price? Because this is something that speaks to people who look like me back then that had more money than brains.
Yeah.
The little purse definitely gives it that extra.
And the way
Oh,
she's
yeah.
holding the purse and those glasses just give her this like post-apocalyptic feel. Like, come and get it. I bet you can't do it.
Let's see.
The
Yes.
T-Rex arms, absolutely.
I have pictures of myself. I don't look too far off of this, honestly.
Oh, but also denim is so heavy. Why would you want to wear it like that?
I feel like this model is like, for after this shoot, is going to question all the decisions that she made in her life that led to that moment.
I'm not
Like,
sure,
if
but I
she's
think these are just
neurodivergent.
photoshopped over a body.
Yeah.
I feel like the denim shirt is probably not even real though, as in like real, like full 100% cotton denim, because it just looks
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
gotta be
thin, and
stretchy.
it'd be way
Yeah.
too heavy to wear as a shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna
Nobody can
change
truly
mine.
wear the torso pants.
I'll just change mine to an even 45.
4,500 or $45?
$45.
$45?
Yeah.
Okay, does it help if this is Balenciaga?
Ew.
Oh, no.
So 4,500 is probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Are we giving people a minute now that you've let the cat out of the Balenciaga bag?
Yep.
Are we giving people a minute to adjust their guesses?
Yeah, we're gonna let you guys. You can adjust. This is a Balenciaga look.
This is like scants, when people made pants into skirts. Or,
Yeah.
no, sweaters into pants.
What? When
Something.
did that happen?
Somehow that actually makes
Right.
more sense than this.
Somehow.
The sweaters into skirts was actually reasonably comfortable if it was a soft enough sweater. If it was
Yeah,
a
I can see
scratchy
that.
sweater,
True. If it was
yeah.
if it's like a skirt, I could see like that material being
2,500.
comfortable.
To make this on purpose.
And the audacity to be pricing it in that type of front range.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine where would you wear this to? Like, where are you going in your jorts top?
Yeah, I
What are
absolutely
you
thought
doing
this
with
was
your
like
life?
early 2000s high school look because I
Also, I'm
cannot
willing
imagine
to,
anyone
Yeah.
nowadays
I'm worried that
wanting
these are
to wear
used
that.
jeans. Then the
Even
crotch
in
is
high school,
literally
no.
right there below her nose.
Yeah.
This is like those videos where people do things. They're like doing DIY on
Yeah.
reels
Five-minute
but
crafts.
they're
Yeah,
purposefully
I was
doing
gonna say
things
5 minute crafts.
That
yeah,
absolutely no one would do.
right. Like when people just mix together a bunch
Yeah.
of terrible foods and
Yeah.
It's just for
If those
engagement, so
pockets
they'll
are
get like likes and
functional,
views and all that. They just want people to be to
Oh,
angry react to it.
Yeah.
I just
every
overheard something that made me want to ask, does it have pockets?
it does have
Mm.
pockets. And I don't
Oh,
know if they're functional pockets because I
It
could
is tucked.
imagine them not being functional.
oh,
Like right here,
absolutely.
Let me
Yeah,
just
pockets.
I
add
would give
something in
them
my
like an extra
pocket.
point if they actually had functional pockets.
Mm-hmm.
However,
all
Okay.
right.
So the price is $15.90. So who said
Now I'm ready.
1500? Somebody was
I feel like
Sarah
somebody said
Grace.
16, didn't they?
16's over
Oh, so it's not the closest, it's closest without
Wheel,
without
going
going
over.
over.
Price is
Price
Right
is right
rules.
rules.
Dun, 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 dun. So Sarah Grace Al-Rajabi, Al-Rajabi, 1500. And that was their first guess, like 1500, even before they knew it was Balenciaga. This does not scream high fashion to me, but
Mm-mm. This is what I got and this is what I had to do.
Yeah, I immediately thought of like Ashley Tisdale
Yeah.
era, like High School Musical.
Yep.
Like I could see them wearing something like this.
this is so
Yeah, I
impractical.
love when it's either the highest of fashion and it's like several $1,000s, or it's 5-minute crafts and like people are gonna roast it in the comments.
All
I
you
would
need
roast
is
this in
that
the
3D
comments either
pen.
way for sure.
Eastern European content farm craft.
You
They
know,
glue it
maybe
together
if
with a
that
hot glue gun.
maybe if they have that big blanket scarf,
Yeah.
maybe it could pull it together.
Covered it.
Maybe. I just feel like the way the model or body is holding that purse is just very tense and very, because it looks like they're pulling on the strap.
That's because denim's scraping up against all of the important parts of her upper
Right?
torso. Yeah.
Her nails are probably digging into her palms like,
Yeah.
Christ, get me out of this. Okay, so what is the next thing we're gonna do? A wheel. We're gonna spin
Let's put the
for
wheel back. This is saw straps, right? And we are going to see who gets. We have two, so whoever wins gets to choose from any of the available stock on Saw Straps website. And first winner is
Mandy Marks.
I hope someone out there is taking these names all down. We don't have to rewatch the stream, but we're probably gonna have to rewatch.
I'll
the
rewatch
stream.
it. It's fine.
Okay, thanks, Sarah.
No problem.
And winner number 2. Fingers crossed, everybody. A lot of your names are on here.
Learnly by Rebecca Ozane.
So,
Ozane?
Ozane. We gotta learn how to say that. So congratulations, you both win.
Woot.
And then we have 9 minutes left, and I am about to be very jealous of someone for winning the Skoden hat.
Uh,
Yeah, I gotta copy these names. And put them in here. Also, shout out to Lalo, who is probably in the audience somewhere, maybe not, who's hosting tomorrow, who got all these names together for us. So, okay, here goes the Skoden hat. Whoever you are, I can send you my address if. Okay, everybody ready?
Yep. Ooh.
No way.
Faith
You all see that?
Vamp.
You see that last name right there, right?
Oh, wow. Is that a relative?
That is my sister-in-law.
I called nepotism. We got to respin.
Hey, Faith, you know I'm your favorite, right?
Just makes it easier to pilfer it. No, I'm kidding. Don't steal. Don't steal.
Congratulations, Faith. You're amazing and you deserve this. So, secretly jealous. No, it's not a secret. I'm openly jealous. Yeah, sorry. I'm jealous, but it went to a good person. And I want to say that as we are doing all of the things that we're doing, we are spotlighting especially multiply marginalized people, everyone who is disabled, everyone who's neurodivergent is already marginalized. You are born that way, and you have struggles that the majority do not have. But we have people. We are working very hard to improve representation. If you try to think of 5 people from X group and you can't think of 5 people from that group, if you can't think of 5 natives or 5 travelers, 5 Romani, or 5 Asian, and Asia is a giant continent, so even more specific. And there are so many different native nations and tribes. And so, as we're spotlighting these people, you don't have to, obviously, PDAers, you don't have to. But it would be great for you to follow and support them and their pages. And Black Autistics, please support them in their work, and Black ADHDers. And as we do this work, everything we do, it does nothing without all the people out there who are in community with us. And so you all are the absolute best audience and community. And we really love doing this because you all are just amazing. And so support these great people, these great artists, and follow them. And even if you can't afford all their wares, I can't. I don't even have a NeuroClastic shirt yet, you all. I have been thinking, like, when I get some disposable income, I'm going to buy myself one of these shirts that I
should
made.
get us a couple for the live streams. It's really important that we be wearing the uniform.
Yeah, our accountant told us like 2 years ago that it would be okay for us to expense like a shirt or something, but I'm like such an activist, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. So anyway, if you can't financially support, that's fine. Just because neither can I. This is not a paying gig for us. So if you can't financially support, your likes, your shares, your interactions on their page is great support, because that gets their algorithms up and more people seeing them, because representation saves lives. And there are so many times that people in the comments are saying, I've never seen another Indian person from India repping neurodivergence openly, or I've never seen another native or another Romani person, and I can't think of five. Can you think of five open Romani advocates, Sarah?
Yeah, I can, but I'm pretty active in the community.
Yeah, I can't. I can think of four off the top of my head, but yeah.
Hey,
So
Sarah, are you gonna list all the people who have like all the pages and everyone who's been in this chat, or just like a kind of like a list in general of different pages and people that you know? Because I
Yep,
would love to have some type of master list because I
yep.
would follow all of them. So
Yeah, we can work on that.
awesome.
So you're looking for Romani specifically, or you are looking for?
all the cool people.
All of them, yeah,
See,
yeah.
we made several posts, and we have some more to put up
Yeah,
soon.
we did it earlier this week, and I'll drop some more links on there. But honestly, it's probably more than one post.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's
I imagine
multiple
it'd be
posts,
it'd be
and
a
we
lot.
ask, like
Yep,
if you're out there, just put your name, and then
yep,
everyone else follows. So,
it's true.
yeah.
Anybody trying to weigh in on it, nominate your favorite page. Talk about their intersectionality. That would be immensely helpful to us. Yeah.
I think it's important to highlight the diverse population of the autistic community, the neurodivergent community, even the non-disabled community,
Hmm.
because when I'm online, I don't see a lot of representation of people of color, of Black
Hmm.
people, of Native people, of Indigenous people. I don't see a lot of representation. And this is a big part of the autistic community where you have these diverse and different backgrounds not being heard, not being told, because unfortunately the majority of the autistic community is mostly white or has mostly whiteness in it, and so it overshadows a lot of these stories that are being buried beneath the surface. Hence, I have a novel that is called Beneath the Surface, which is ironic, but again, going back to the diversity, I have to actively search for. I'm not saying give it to me on a silver platter. No,
Yep.
but when I'm looking for that diversity, especially as a musician, because like that's where my passion is, it falls short. I don't see a lot of Black musicians, a lot of Native musicians. I mean, I'm not just gonna go up to somebody and ask if they're Native or Black. I'm not gonna, that's not my business. But again, in the realm of diversity representation, especially now that I'm seeing that AAC is being highlighted, where are the Black AAC users? Where are the Native AAC users? There was a movie that's being put out. I'm not gonna show the name. I'm pretty sure it's being seen. I am gonna. Well, I might as well say the name. It's called The Spello. It's a documentary hosting AAC users non-speaking, but majority of them are white. And I'm not saying there's a problem with that. There was absolutely no problem. Highlight any and every communication method that's being used, but don't leave out groups of people that need to have their story told, especially when it goes to show that Black and brown autistic, especially non-speakers, are unfortunately being seen as a threat by the school, by police, what have you, and that's very sad. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or whatever, but I'm just highlighting it because it's important to see this. It's important to highlight these different groups of people instead of one group of people. Because when you only have one group, you don't see the full spectrum of everybody else. You know.
So
And one
Absolutely.
reason that this happens for closed cultures, um, it is not safe for us to just be ourselves out there in the mainstream, and it's not safe for us to trust that people are going to fairly represent us, which is why NeuroClastic is important, because we have in our leadership team non-speakers. We have in our leadership team Black, Native, Romani representation, and we have deaf representation. We work really hard to make sure that we have representation and that we are a safe place for people to come out and find community. So yeah, that is another reason that you don't see a lot of representation, because we can't believe that people are going to fairly represent us without causing more harm, because they have no nuanced knowledge of how to represent us without just exposing us to the world with no protection, no community, no defense. And yeah, so
Yeah, that's why I think it's important to have autistic people and neurodivergent people leading the narratives. I'm not saying non-autistic and non-diverse people can't, but a lot of the times you have, whereas when autism and neurodiversity is being talked about, the narratives is often non-diverse, non-autistic people leading the narrative with borrowed language from the neurodiverse community, from the autistic community, and when they use these tones and language, there some I've seen this with my own eyes. There are people using these tones in a incorrect way, and thus having more stigma, more misinformation about the lived experience of people. And I think with this celebration that NeuroClastic is leading, I think it's important that these diverse populations are being highlighted, because if they're not, what's to say their stories are ever going to be told and hold respected, what have you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We are at the end, right?
hey, yes, one thing, universal feelings. We have 7 gift packages to give out that we were going to do today. Um, Allison, we owe you a prize that we didn't specifically say yet. So I'll message you as soon as this is over and we'll talk about that. And universal feelings, if tomorrow you can, if you're feeling better and you want to, and you can like get on the stream with us and show those packages, because I feel like those tiny little thumbnail pictures don't do justice the amazing things you've put together to give away. We have all the feels. It's a deck of cards that are amazing. I need them for myself, from Autism Level Up to give away tomorrow. And we have some other things we'll put on the page. So follow the page in the next couple days, because it looks like we have so much to give away. We're going to end up going over 3 days of celebration and just making posts randomly to give things away. Now that we know how to use a wheel spinner, that's going to be cool. We'll just spin live for a few minutes, couple minutes every day. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. And tomorrow, Universal Feelings will be on the show to show off all of those amazing items, and we will give them away during our last stream, which is of our community celebration, which is tomorrow, May 1st. Okay.
All right. So thank you everyone for coming, and see you on Facebook.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me on.
It was fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.